She told me, "It's either me or your dreams. Choose now." What she didn't expect was my answer. That was the night everything changed. And the way it all unfolded will leave you speechless. My name is Marcus. I'm 29, living in Austin, Texas. I've worked for years as a software engineer, but outside of my day job, I've always had a passion for music. Ever since high school, I've written songs and performed at open mics. My dream, to eventually make it big, not necessarily stadiums, but enough to live off my music. For 3 years, I was in a relationship with Natalie, a 27-year-old marketing manager. At first, we were perfect together. She was supportive, fun, and always told me she loved how driven I was. We had date nights, weekend road trips, and she'd even come to my small gigs. I thought we were a team. I thought she understood me. But that's the thing about love. You never really know someone until your dreams and theirs collide. The cracks began to show slowly. First, it was little comments. "Are you still messing around with that guitar? Don't you think you're too old to chase music?" I brushed it off. Everyone doubts sometimes, right? Okay. But then the pressure grew. Okay. She wanted me to take on more overtime at work. She wanted me to save for a house. She wanted stability. One night, after I came back from a late rehearsal, she was waiting in the living room, arms crossed. Her face wasn't angry. It was cold. "Marcus," she said, "this isn't working for me. You need to make a choice. Either you give up this music fantasy and focus on our future, or I can't do this anymore." Her words hit like a hammer. But what cut deepest was her tone. Like my dream was childish, like my passion meant nothing. I froze. My first instinct was to argue, to convince her. But then something clicked. I looked at her, really looked, okay? And in that moment, I realized she didn't love me for who I was. She loved me for the version of me that fit into her plans. So I said nothing at first. I just sat there in silence, guitar leaning against the wall, her eyes fixed on me like she was daring me to choose. Finally, I spoke. "If you think my dream is a problem, then maybe the problem isn't the dream." Her eyes widened. "What are you saying?" I stood up, grabbed my guitar case, and said, "I'm saying goodbye." She was stunned. She didn't expect me to walk away so easily, but inside, I felt strangely calm. The months that followed weren't easy. I slept on my brother's couch. I worked my day job, but poured every spare minute into music writing, performing, connecting with people. And then, something unexpected happened. One of my songs blew up on TikTok. Local venues started booking me. Within a year, I had a small but loyal following and was earning enough on the side to fund an album. The ultimate revenge wasn't spite, it was success. Because one evening after a show, I got a message request on Instagram. It was Natalie. Her words, "Wow, I didn't think you'd actually make it this far. I miss you." I didn't reply. I didn't need to. My life was proof enough that her ultimatum had set me free. Today, I'm happier than I've ever been. I'm not famous, but I don't need to be. I'm doing what I love, and I'm surrounded by people who believe in me for who I am, not who they want me to be. And Natalie, she became just another chapter in my story, a lesson I'll never forget. If someone forces you to choose between them and your dream, always choose your dream. The right person will never make you pick, 'cause love should fuel your fire, not extinguish it.